More new maps are out now. Let's check them out. Hey, what's up guys? It's DJ. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to new mods for Farming Simulator 22. Today we got 28 mods to take a look at. For all platforms, we have 18 new and 5 updates. And for PC and Mac, we have 3 new and 2 updates. I make mod review videos every time they're released on the in-game mod hub, so get subscribed if you're new. That way, you never miss any. Starting off today, new mods for all platforms. We got a couple maps. The first one is Brombach. Welcome to the new Brombach map. This is a small, real place in beautiful Middle Franconia. You've got on your properties, you have a core to animal stables with animals, BGA, 8 productions, 5 selling stations, 22 fields total, 38 buyable spots. We have a sawmill, large forestry area, shop, fields can be painted in the landscape tool, and all standard functions are included. Also, this does require the Bavarian Farm Pack, so heads up there if you're like me and you keep deleting it because you don't want it installed because it takes up space. Anyway, you're going to have to re-download that again. Nonetheless, let's take a look at the PDA. Here you go. In new farmer mode, we do get your main court here, and then you also have field 1, which is wheat, and then of course you've got your biogas plant up here as well. That is nice that the biogas plant is on, but you can sell it for $67,000. Prices for lamp, not too bad. Say 100, 222, 211, 195, but then we have some smaller plots as well. The logging areas are quite expensive, but hey, you can make some extra money off of those. The fields are actually pretty cheap and compared to the logging prices, so may want to keep a heads up there. As far as the owned items, we have the Fendt Favored 511. We also have the Valtra 8750 and the Old Massey. We've got the top liner, and I'm starting to think this is basically the European map base vehicles. Kinda. Not completely, but pretty much. If you guys are playing on console, this is going to take up a total of 855 slots. So it is not small, but you know, compared to some of the other maps that we've seen recently, it's not too bad. Next up, we've got another map, the European countryside. This is a very beautiful place among the mountains in the southeast of France. Great for working with small machinery and agriculture, and also forestry if you're into that. What's included is a city, production chains, vehicle store, animal dealer, BGA, sawmill, 60 buyable areas total in this small little area, believe it or not, 48 fields, believe it or not, and we've also got collectibles with different values depending on how difficult they are to be found, which is quite unique and interesting. It's also got, of course, all standard functions that you would find. The more I look at this, it seems more of like a really rearranged Owengrad. So just heads up there. As far as everything around, as you can see, the map looks very nice. A lot of details going into it. Let's take a look at the PDA and see exactly what we get, and this is it. You can see we've got really tiny little areas around here. What's neat is around the this area, you've got a bunch of placeables and productions and stuff like that, so you can buy those areas. Over here, we have our main farm. It's kind of nice. We've got the farm area, and then we've got field 1, 2, 3, and 4. Doesn't get more normal than that. Looks like our wheat field is not ready to be harvested, which is a little bit funny compared to everything else, but nonetheless, then we have a nice small area right there for the farm. As far as vehicles that we get in new farmer mode, well, let's take a look and see. So on vehicles, we have a Claas Arian and a Valtra G series. Right off the bat, this is definitely not your average map. We've got the Duisfar top liner. Okay, going back into it, pick up 2017. Claas Carrot. We also have a header for the Duisfar. We have a corn header from Ziegler. We have a plow. We also have the cultivator. We have power harrow, seeder. I like how everything is Amazon through here and everything is 4 meter, 3 meter. Yeah, 3 meter, 4 meter. Nice hardy sprayer. You also got your fertilizer spreader. That's cool. Forage harvester. You've got stuff to take care of your animals. You do have a front loader for that Claas Arian. We've got a pallet fort and a bucket. We also got a low loader, which you don't see very often with new farmer mode. You also have, of course, your header trailer and a couple weights, which is very nice. One thing I did see there is we've got an 1,800 kilogram weight for the Claas, which tells me they're putting that thing on the back when using the front loader. Great idea there. As far as your farmer mode consoles, it's up there, 1,374 slots, which is actually higher than the base amount of slots that we had in Farming Simulator 19, which is a little bit terrifying. So just a heads up, if you're going to use this map, takes up a lot of slots, a new farmer. Making our way into vehicles, new for all platforms, we have the John Deere 9RT from Agritono. These are the guys that are creating the 350 Super Duty right now. So they are the one that made this. So this starts off at 517 horsepower. It's got a power shift transmission, 1,324 liters fuel, 24 miles per hour at 21 tons. It's also going to be 19 slots on console. So if that's a deal breaker for you, well, just a heads up there. It's kind of nice because this is got a super powerful engine. I cannot wait to show it to you. So as far as weights goes, we have the front weight. We have 0 kilogram, 200, 700, 1200, and back to standard again. Warning sized equipment. Well, this is where you're going to get your US versus EU. So the first one is a US version. Then we kind of get into the EU front and back there. And then you've got kind of like a hybrid between the two. So you can do that if you want to. Window tinting, we have standard. We have light, medium, dark, and back to it. Additional mirror, or monitor rather, yes or no on the inside. Attachers, no and or yes, so you can take those 3-point hitches off. Doesn't cost you anything extra, which is really nice. Engine, this is where it's fun. So we have the 517, 572, 628, and the 700. So basically what they've done is they've taken the 9570 and they've given it a chip. Is there a 9640 with this, or am I just an idiot? Anyway, yeah, you've 700 horsepower. Go for it. Track setups, we've got your normal ones, add weights. We also have front weight on there, double weight, and then you've got the wide version as well. I'm not sure if these are 30 and 36s, but they are big. And then you have your license plate. Next up, we have the 114G and 124G. These are from Massive Modding. They look very interesting. I'm not sure if I'm a fan or not, but nonetheless, we'll show you. Maybe you are. We have 4 different trucks that come with this pack. So let's start with the R114G. This is going to be 17 slots. As a matter of fact, all the trucks are 17 slots. 320 horsepower, manual transmission, 310 liters fuel, 74 miles an hour at 13.7 tons. Axle configurations, we have the 4x2, we have the 6x2, and back and forth between both of those. Decorative stripes, well, you can add a couple different ones if you like. They are very decorative indeed. Exhausts, we have exhaust 1 and 2. Looks like those are just coming out the bottom right there. Bumper, yes and no. So you can put a little body kit on there if you need to. Go racing with it. Air suspension, it is included with air suspension. That is nice. We have a 320 horsepower, 360 horsepower engine, back and forth. Here is your color palette. Now, these color palettes, or at least this one in particular, we had this in Farming Simulator 19. So this is nothing new here. This color palette's just basically been copied over. We also have design as well. We'll change that up to orange. Okie dokie. Grill color, let's change that to red. Nice. Fenders, dark green for whatever reason. Sure thing. And the rim colors are rim colors. One of the great things is chrome. That's really all that matters there. We have the exact same setup here as well with the 124G. Between the two, I think the only thing that's really changed is the engine, which can go up 380, 400, 420, and 480 horsepower. So you do have that massive big engine on there if you want to. Now we also have the T-style series as well, so we can take a look at these. Same axle configuration, same decorative stripes, same exhaust, same bumper, same air suspension, and the same engines, and as well as the same colors too. Let's change up the main color, maybe like a gray. Design color, we'll go with a blue, so that's in the same spot. Grill is in the same spot as well. Fenders are in the same spot too, so all these are exactly the same. From North Modding Company, we have the Kirmag Tree Waste Rake. This right here is used to clear the road from treetops and things like that. What you do is you grab onto it with your forwarder grapple arm and then just kind of pull. You basically use it as a sweeper or something like that. Most of you will not have areas that need to be cleared, but if you're going for more realism, well, you can do that here. And great thing is, it's only one slot. Next is the IBC And Pallets Stack. So you can get stacks of these. These are from 8 Up Modding. We actually talked about these in Farm Sim News a couple weeks ago, and now they're here. You can buy up to 16 at a time, which is actually gets pretty ridiculous in price. 51 grand on there right there. So you've got liquid fertilizer, herbicide. You've also got poplars, boop. You've got sugar cane, which can be purchased in bulk. You have bond silage, which can be purchased in bulk. mineral feed, seeds, solid fertilizer, and top liquid fertilizer? I didn't even know this was a thing, but, well, we've got it. There you go. As far as slot counts, of course, these are usable, so slots are only going to be there for a few seconds, but liquid fertilizer is at 3, your herbicides at 3, poplars are at 2, sugarcane's at 2, bond silage is at 4, mineral feeds at 3, seeds are at 3, the solid fertilizers at 3, and the liquid fertilizer is going to be 3 as well. Here's a fun one. We have the Samson PG Pack from LS Agrar Ali. Basically, I think they've taken all of the base game Samson trailers from 19 to 22 and made a whole pack of them, modified versions. We do, if you're curious, we do have a PG 220 and the PG 225. This adds 28, 31, and 35. So we're getting even more with this pack. As far as customization, it's going to be pretty standard across the board, but we do have different wheel options, which is nice to see. We can change up the main color, and they've included a lot of Samson colors as well as all your base colors. That's cool. And the rim colors, same thing. So they've got a base game gray, we've got chrome matte, and then we've got all of the base game colors there as well. So you can kind of go through, choose what you like. Of course, these are going to be slurry tanks at the end of the day, so you can do slurry tankable items with them. We have a 20,000, 25, 27, 30, 34,000 liter capacity. And as far as slot counts, as far as the 20, we've got an 8 slot. We've got an 8 slot as well for the 25, 8 for the 28, 8 for the 31, and 10 for the 35. New disc harrow, the Horsch Joker 6CT. This weighs 2 tons, requires 140 horsepower, 6 meter working width at 9 miles per hour. It is a cultivator, and it can also be a cultivator and sprayer. So you could add a 300 liter liquid fertilizer tank, I guess, with it. No. It says sprayer, but these are seeds. Sprayer is not the right word there. We should probably change that to seeder. Yeah, this will do grass, it'll do cover crop, it'll do canola. Oh, and of course, it is 6 slots. We got an animal trailer, the Lizard animal trailer. I think this is the 4th or 5th one just like this that we've gotten. Small animal trailers seem to be the norm and the easy mod to make. Wheel setups include standard, and standard 2, and standard 3. Main colors, well, we've got a lot of old colors through there, and rim colors, well, very, very similar story there as well. And what will this hold? Well, it'll hold 2 cows, 2 pigs, and 2 sheep. And it is 3 slots. Another mod similar to that people seem to be making still is subsoilers and cultivators and things like that. The Lizard Subsoiler 2.1 ILM, 750 kilograms, 800 horsepower, 2.1 meter working width at 7 miles per hour. It's going to be 2 slots. Here's something a little bit different. The ProBox bulk seed container from Legacy Ag LAC. This is a refillable ProBox that holds 45 bushels of seed, aka 1,584 liters. It can be attached directly to a front loader, skid steer, or telehandler without forks to be refilled. Once empty, the ProBox may be filled with fertilizer. How cool is that? So you just pull right up to it and go boop, and hook right up to it. It'll hold seed or fertilizer, comes with seed, at least to start with, which is really neat to see. Yeah, it's super simple mod, but way different than anything we've had before. I love it. Next up, we have the SIP Disc 300 ALP. This bad boy right here is from BGamer003. They always do a fantastic job with their mods. 600 kilograms, 55 horsepower, 3 meter working width at 13 miles per hour. There are no customization options whatsoever on this, and it's going to be 13 slots. No, 3. Sorry, 3 slots. Did I give you a heart attack? My bad. Last tool new mod for all platforms is going to be the Rostselmash DP. This is a plow, 170 horsepower, 3.5 meters at 6 miles per hour. It's going to be 5 slots. We do have some placeables as well. Here is a placeable that may look familiar to you. This is the Hayloft from Farming Simulator 19 and maybe 17 as well. I can't quite remember, but here you can make hay or silage from grass. That is correct. So you just put in the grass over there, and then over here, nope, that's not. Where's the thing that you click into? Does it not have one? Oh, I'm an idiot. Right here it is. So you've got 2 different bits that you can make here. 1,000 in, 1,000 out. Really doesn't get more simple than that. I love it. Absolutely love it. Also love how they made this like brown and blue and like worn and everything. Looks absolutely amazing. This is super cool. It's also 12 slots, so it's not that bad. Speaking of not bad, here's a placeable that is really not that bad. It's a good looking placeable, the Simple Cow Barn. Here you could keep 25 head of cattle. There's a nice shelter right there. Fencing is looking good. Easy to bring your animals in and out. It's very, very simple there. Boom. No opening, no mechanisms, no nothings. Food goes right there. And yep, it's pretty standard. Also 5 slots. That is so low. That is really, really low. Let's jump in here and take a look at the Simple Cow Barn. Well, it won't let us, so well, there it is. There's really not much to it. I like this. One of the great things is it's not just that, though. You've also got a version that you could do with auto water, or a version that you have to put water in. And also, if you go into buildings, you've got a couple sheds that are in here as well. So you've got the long shed, and you've got the standard shed too. So this is not just a pack with a cow barn. This is a pack with stuff. Next up, we got the stationary wood chipper. This is a stationary wood chipper. Yeah, I mean, you basically put your logs down and then wood chips can be unloaded, which is kind of nice. It is a production chain at the end of the day. Let's go in and take a look at that. So 10,000 liters in, 10,000 liters out. I like the 1-to-1 because this is how the real world works. Cycles per month, 1,200. This cost per month, $60. Man, that ain't bad at all. Wood in, wood chips out. Easy. Oh yeah, and it's 11 slots, so not that bad there. Next to last new one for all platforms today is going to be the Halftimbered Shelter. This has got 3 different compartments inside of it right here, and it has a lighting system as well as snow mask. Now, the snow mask is something that every placeable should have because, well, that's part of the game now. This is going to be 15 meters long, 63 grand, and it is 7 slots. And lastly, metal shed. This is going to be 15 grand, $20 per day, which I think is a little bit high for this, and it's 5 slots. That's fairly low. One thing as well is the way that the edges are, you can only really get in from these 2 bays right here going through it. So you may want to just be careful on what kind of equipment you try to put through here because it is not completely open. All right, let's make our way into mod updates for all platforms. First one's going to be the Farmsilo Pack. This is update 101. Multiplayer fix, and a similar update to the bunker silo from the same modders, changelog 101, also multiplayer fix. Moose Agrar's got an update to his John Deere 7010. This is going to be 101, made several adjustments on the main model, added beacon light configuration, added number plate configuration, and added exhaust configuration. Also, this tractor is prepared for precision farming with configurable crop sensors. Next to last update for all platforms is the lightweight from Mantrid version 101, fixed an issue with the gamepad control preventing light from raising and lowering. And your last mod update for all platforms today really is not an update at all. However, it is a re-edition of a mod. This is the Stara Reboke Ninja 19,000 and 33,000 pack. It was released, I don't know, last week, couple weeks ago, couple months ago. I'm not really quite sure, but it was quickly removed, but now it's back, so check it out. Making our way into new mods for PC and Mac players. Today we have the Rauch AXIS Fertilizer Spreader. This is going to hold 900 liters of solid fertilizer only. However, you can bump that up to 1,400 or even 1,900 if you want to, 2,400, 2,900, give me 3,000. Unfortunately not. 500 kilogram weight, which does not go up whenever you add extensions, as a 42 meter spread at 12 miles per hour. And we can even change up the model number, which it does not appear to do literally anything. Next to last is the Lizard Bell trailer, which is fallen on its face, unfortunately. This is, I mean, it's just a trailer at the end of the day. You've got a main color. Here's your color palette. We'll change it to a bright red. Well, that's your rim color, rather. And then your main color is, well, the other color palette. So your actually rim colors are like ridiculous. There's a bunch of them in there. But not so much for the main color itself. And your last new mod for PC and Mac players today is going to be the screenshot mode. Enhance your screenshots by modifying the environment, time, weather, and season. The game shader is not easily control the camera with this mod. So it features a moving free camera, rotating camera, changing the field of view, selecting the shader, select the season preset, select the weather, and selecting the time of day. So there you go. It doesn't modify anything in your save game itself, but it does change it in the picture you're trying to take. So this might be great for modders that are trying to take pictures of stuff, and maybe you don't know much about IRL video editing, whether it be Photoshop or something else like that. This may be helpful for you. And lastly, for PC and Mac players today, we got a couple updates for you, and these are really not updates more so than just re-additions. They were added last week, but then removed. We have the Production Revamp for Productions, which is a demo package for Productions with Production Revamp. The mod requires the FS22A Production Revamp. There you go. And speaking of, here it is, the Production Revamp map itself. Again, another update, aka a re-addition for today. It is the Production Revamp script that replaces the internal production script with an enhanced version. Possibility to create recipes with multiple input groups, maximum of 5. Possibility to combine several productions into one production line that previously had to be created as a separate one. Added the ability to add one or more optional booster inputs that increases the output. Possibility to disable the booster for individual outputs. Added the output mode selling, distributing, spawning, which is keep before, and then store in, which is new. Also, additional display to show the shared throughput capacity in production chains. Productions that are mission targets can no longer run full if they do not belong to anyone, and productions written without revamp will continue to work. This is a script, and the script alone does not change productions. More information on tutorials on this site. Well, guys, that is going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new. Join the DjGoHam fam. Make sure your notification bells are on as well. That way, you never miss daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. Speaking of, remember, I'm going to be going on vacation here in a few days. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, videos may be a little bit interesting. And there may be even a day or two where there are no videos. I'll try and make at least a daily post to check in with you guys, see how you're doing. But all being said, hope you have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace.